Oh, so you are back. For past few days, I'm trying to seek the answer of a question which is very simple and obvious. But when you go deep into it, you will find that it has thousands of aspects. So I want to share this question with you so that you can tell me the answer. I have also found some aspects, but rest I will get from you. The question is, how small can a person be? When you listen to this question, it seems very easy. And it was easy for me also. So I went on Google and typed who is the smallest person, and the answer came Chandra Bahadur, who was a person from Nepal. But after seeing him, an hypothesis came into my mind. So my hypothesis was, let us consider Chandra Bahadur standing, and another person who is a bit taller than him came, but unfortunately he is not having hands. And then suddenly Chandra Bahadur raises his hands, and then you will see that the Chandra Bahadur is taller than that person. And if he is taller than him, how can he be the smallest? Let us consider one more example. Again Chandra Bahadur is standing, and another person came who is again a bit taller than him, but he is very thin. So can you also say him smallest? What is the criteria of smallest? Before seeing this, we will understand what is small. Small is a word which does not have a meaning independently. I cannot say that I am small, but I can say that I am smaller than the earth and smaller than my house. But I can also say that my house is bigger than me, or my house is smaller than the earth. In some cases, house become bigger, in some cases become smaller. So we cannot say that something we are seeing is small or big. When we see the definition of small on Google, it says that less than normal. But what is normal? This is the question, what is normal? That's why we can say everything is small and everything is big. But how? Because if I consider me, I am also small, because I am smaller than a house, but I am also big, I am bigger than this book. So everyone is small and everyone is big. That is why it becomes very confusing. So we use small as a word which is used for comparison. I think you may now have understand what is small. So let's move back to our examples. As we have measured the height vertically and horizontally, now let's join the third aspect, which is volume. As we are not able to tell that whether a person is small or tall based on their height or weight, we can say that if the person is having less volume, he is the smallest. But Chandra Bahadur is not having the smallest volume, because a baby who is a day old has much less volume than Chandra Bahadur. So I can say that that baby is the smallest person, and then the world record holders would have to go to that baby. But that is not correct, because if this happened, every baby who will born one next to another would be having the world record, and that's not possible. So this means that the smallest person in which we are categorizing is based on the terms of ages, that when the person has stopped growing and has reached the age when it's not growing more bigger, then he's the smallest. But we are here not to give any award. We are just trying to ask the question, who is the smallest? And in this we will add people of all ages. So now you must be thinking that the smallest person would be the latest born baby. But he is also not. Because when the baby is in her mother womb and is in the form of fetus, he is smaller. He's much smaller. Also, when the baby is only made up of few cells or in the form of tissue or organ, we can say that he is the smallest, but he is not. Also, the baby becomes more smaller when he is in the form of single cell at the time of fertilization. But at that time, we do not find the smallest person, because we can say that a person can be as big as an atom or as small as an atom, because Small cannot be used independently. So when we say that a baby who has just started to born, just started, and is as large as one atom, so we can say that he is the smallest. And you might be thinking, yes, now it's over. But not. We can make people more smaller. How? Consider my hand, and a photon comes and strikes to my hand and then moves back. It has absorbed the information of my hand, and it contains the information that here is my hand, and whoever will perceive that photon will came to know that this part of my hand is there. And I would like to tell you what is information. Information means, consider I am having these tissue papers. Let us take one of them, and you will see that when I tear it into half, it remains tissue paper. It does not change. See, when I tear it once again, it remains tissue paper. It does not become an apple or banana or me. It is tissue paper. No matters how many times I tear it, it remains tissue paper. So, information is something which helps to maintain an object, its reality. If I change the chemical composition and the bonding of the particles of the tissue, it would no longer be a tissue. If I made the world forget that the tissue, how the tissue is formed, then there will be no tissue. And there will be no thing such as tissue. So, you might have understand what is information. So when the photon strikes my hand and moves back, it contains information of my hand. And if it contains the information of my hand, it contains the information of me. So that means I am as big as a photon. And do you know that photon is very, very small, smaller than an atom? And we cannot see it because it helps us to see. And how can we see from something which is helping us to see? So I think when you will see that person, that shortest person, you will think, oh, what a big person he is. So if you have any more ideas or any more aspects that how can we grow our thinking towards the smallest person, please put down in the comments. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe it. I'll be uploading videos of such kind, and thanks for watching.